It's the wedding night, and you've just satisfied your wife, only to discover that your girlfriend, with whom you've practiced the technique for 2.5 years, is not who she seems. Not only does she have the fluffy little ears on her head, but she also has 3 constantly swaying tails behind her. Seeing this, you initially wanted to run for the hills, but you're already drunk out of your mind, and you don't care if she's some kind of demon or monster. You just want to take your wife's marital first. So you transform into a valiant demon knight. Looking at your sleeping wife, those fluffy ears and tail, are they just little props your wife uses to spice things up? But wait a minute, these ears are still twitching, and you can feel their warmth and pulse. Everything in front of you is telling you that your wife is not human. In your nervousness, you unconsciously grab her fox ears. Maybe they are too sensitive, as your wife lets out a soft moan. Bai Ling seems to have remembered something and suddenly opens her eyes, seeing your hand caressing her ears. She's instantly panicked. How did her ears and tail get exposed? Did her husband see them? How should she explain this? At this moment, you and Bai Ling lock eyes. You can see the shock and fear in her gaze. In an instant, you feel yourself sobering up a lot from your drunken state, just as you don't know what to say. A voice echoes in your mind. Congratulations! Host, Fan Supreme, the choice system is now activating. Choice 1, question your wife about the rabbit ears and tail. Firmly state you cannot accept being with a demon and resolutely turn and leave. Reward, 100 billion assets. Special warning, if you abandon your wife, she will fall into the demonic path due to heartbreak and eventually become a great demon that endangers humanity. Choice 2, humans and demons are mortal enemies. Pretend nothing happened and then report your wife to the local demon exorcising agency. Reward, beginner cultivation techniques. Choice 3, screw it. Whether she's human or demon, she's still your wife. Become a valiant demon knight. Reward, divine statue town domain divine skill. Hearing this, you're stunned. You didn't expect that just touching your wife's ear would awaken the legendary golden finger. After reacting, you look at the problem in front of you. However, the first option is immediately excluded. Although 100 billion in assets is very tempting, but you spent 3 years chasing your wife. After finally achieving a positive result with her, there's no way you'd abandon her. As for the second option, killing your wife in the name of justice, such a wicked thing is not something you can do, so that only leaves the third option. Become a valiant demon knight. Think about it. You know the sensation, so exciting. You resolutely choose option 3. Congratulations, host, for successfully making your first choice. Gain Divine Statue Town Domain Divine Skill, rewarded with a newbie gift pack. Congratulations, host, for obtaining the Supreme Treasure, Divine Demon Reward. At the same time, a powerful force surges within your body. At this moment, Bai Ling's eyes are full of shock. Seeing this, you pinch your fluffy tiger ears twice and then smile drunkenly, saying, "Wife, these props are great. Hubby likes them a lot." Bai Ling felt the electric shock run through her body as her ears were being squeezed at will. Props. Seeing you looking drunk, Bai Ling recovered from her shock and then showed a sweet smile. She looked at you gently, her eyes full of affection. "What props, hubby? It's getting late. Go to sleep," Bai Ling whispered in your ear, like a mesmerizing demonic sound entering your ears. The heavy drowsiness came, and then you slowly closed your eyes. "Hubby, are you asleep?" Bai Ling said, then gently pushed you. After realizing that you were really asleep, she sat up carefully, 3 long tails stretched out behind her and reached in front of her. Her fluffy little ears twitched. Bai Ling's gentle, watery gaze also turned into a ruthless, fierce look. "Someone tampered with the tea, adding living demon powder. It almost hurt my core, and almost let hubby discover my demon identity. They deserve to die." However, Bai Ling was also grateful that you were drunk. Otherwise, it would have been really hard to explain. And her luck was good. She only took a sip while checking your temperature. If you had drunk more, she would have revealed her demon form. And with the demonic energy burst, it would certainly be sensed by the experts of the demon exorcising agency. "If I find out who did this and dares to harm my hubby, I will exterminate their entire family." At this moment, Bai Ling felt exceptional rage. However, what she didn't know was that her beloved hubby was actually wide awake. With the Divine Statue Town Domain Divine Skill, your strength was now even above Bai Ling's, and you were naturally fearless of her bewitching voice. It seemed like someone wanted to harm you. "Wife, you're ruining your fun," you cursed inwardly. If it weren't for the bastard who sabotaged things in the dark, you'd be holding your wife now, doing those things you want to do. You're really fired up now. If you found out who ruined your fun, you'd be the first to chop that bastard. You were too lazy to think more about it. The people who tried to harm your wife, if they chose to poison her, they definitely show themselves. No need to waste brain cells on it, pretending to sleep. You grabbed the 3 tails that kept swaying in front of you. They were fluffy and soft. You instantly fell in love with that feeling. Then, you directly embraced your wife's foxtails. And while Bai Ling was pondering who poisoned her, suddenly, her tails were grabbed. Her murderous eyes instantly turned soft and her body leaned against you. You bad man. Bai Ling was both shy and angry. Finally, like a little kitten, she nestled into your arms. Hubby, my cultivation is not up to par. I can't control the demon energy in my body yet. Giving you my body right now would harm you. So, please be patient for a little while longer. Bai Ling said playfully and then gently kissed your cheek, happily embracing you and closing her eyes pretending to sleep. At this time, Bai Ling began to refine the living demon powder in her body. She had to retract her half-human, half-demon form before morning to avoid scaring her husband, a woo, in the deep night. A wolf howl pierced through the night sky. Bai Ling, who had fallen asleep in your arms, suddenly opened her eyes. At this time, her eyes had turned scarlet, and they exuded raging, killing intent. Today is my big day, and I will not tolerate you little demons being so presumptuous. She stood up, gently covered you with a blanket, and then transformed into a stream of light, flying out the window. After sensing that Bai Ling had flown far away, you also opened your eyes. The wolf howl was filled with demonic power and battle intent. Like a challenge, at this time, your face was frighteningly grim. You knew that when someone poisoned Bai Ling, that tonight wouldn't be peaceful, ruining my plans and now even daring to provoke me. No matter who you are, you're all dead immediately. You also transformed into a stream of light, following the residual aura of Bai Ling. Arriving at a deserted mountain, at this time, those hiding in the shadows in the distance saw your wife standing on the mountaintop along with 3 burly men. TSK, my wife looks so beautiful in her half-human, half-demon form on the mountaintop. Bai Ling was wearing a red wedding dress, and 3 long white tails were constantly swaying behind her. On top of her head, she had a pair of fluffy tiger ears, which looked full of demonic charm. At this moment, the 3 burly men saw the 3 white tails behind Bai Ling, and their eyes showed ecstatic expressions. Haha, 3 fox tails, there's no mistake. She's a traitor of the Fox clan. She is heavily poisoned by living demon powder, and we can easily capture her. No matter how deep you hide Bai Ling, you still can't escape my innate ability. The 9 heavens 10 earths soul-searching knows. Ha, Lao San's battle skills aren't great, but his unique ability is incredibly powerful no matter how far Bai Ling runs. The fox scent on her body can't escape my Lao San's nose. After saying that, the 3 burly men had smug smiles on their faces. The 3 of them already felt like they had her under control. Bai Ling, on my big day, you 3 measly early one-stage wolves dared to poison me and nearly scared my hubby. You deserve to die. Bai Ling said sternly. Bai Ling, you have heavenly fox bloodline. Your cultivation is indeed stronger than ours, but you have been poisoned by living demon powder. I'm afraid your strength is less than 30% of what it usually is. Big brother, let's strike quickly. After all, this is human territory, and the Fomo's gang of mad dogs is not easy to deal with. Let's capture this little fox together. Have our fun with her first, and then kill her after we're done. We'll take her corpse back to the Fox clan to claim a reward. The 3 burly men were all around 1.9 meters tall, wearing black tight-fitting clothes. Their appearances were very ugly, with some black hair growing on their skin. When they opened their mouths, you could see a set of sharp teeth. They were triplets, and their minds were connected since they were young. With a loud roar, the 3 men attacked together. Countless claw shadows shrouded Bai Ling, seemingly wanting to tear her apart. Seeking death, Bai Ling let out a shrill laugh, and a thick and terrifying aura appeared around her. Bai Ling didn't retreat but instead counterattacked. The 4 people instantly entered a chaotic fight. Seeing this, you sneered inwardly. Your wife is very strong and can even suppress 3 demons by herself. You see, at this moment, Bai Ling's terrifying power actually suppressed the 3 demons, continuously retreating for a moment. You 3 little demons, today I won't let your souls scatter and not resolve my hatred. Bai Ling roared. Bai Ling, our 3 brothers admit we underestimated you. We didn't expect that after consuming Fox demon powder, you would still have such terrifying strength. The demon leader said with a sinister smile, but we came prepared. You should just obediently accept your fate. While speaking, the demon leader flaked his hand, and you see he had a talisman between his fingers. The moment Bai Ling saw the talisman, her whole body was shocked, and she couldn't help exclaiming in surprise. The Fire God Thunder talisman. Bai Ling watched the talisman with fear. She knew she was doomed. At this time, the demon leader looked at Bai Ling with a pitying expression. It's such a shame for that exquisite body. I originally wanted to capture you alive and have a bit of fun with my brothers. But now I can only use this Fire God Thunder Talisman to blast you to bits. The Fire God Thunder Talisman was ridiculously expensive and was a prized possession for the three brothers. If their lives were not at stake, they would never have been willing to take it out. But using it to kill Bai Ling was still very worth it. The reward the Fox clan offered far exceeded the cost of the talisman. Go to hell, the demon leader waved his hand, and the talisman flew toward Bai Ling. It started to automatically combust as soon as it was released, ultimately forming a huge fireball flickering with lightning. The terrifying aura emitted by the fireball had already suppressed Bai Ling, making it impossible for her to move. She could only watch helplessly as the divine thunder hurtled toward her. Husband, I'm sorry, I won't be able to be with you in the future. To crystalline tears flowed from Bai Ling's eyes, faced with death. The only thing she couldn't bear to part with was her husband. But at this moment, a person appeared in front of Bai Ling like a phantom. This person was wearing a black robe embroidered with 9 golden dragons. Their face and exposed body parts were shrouded in a faint black mist. Through the mist, one could see a pair of eyes full of anger and killing intent. Facing the incoming Fire God Thunder Talisman, you merely extended your arm. Idiot! You dared to try to block a Fire God Thunder Talisman with your bare hand. You're courting death, fool, to use your life to save this fox demon. You're all going to die. The power of the Earth-grade Fire God Thunder Talisman is beyond your control. Ha ha, the Fire God Thunder Talisman will blow them both to bits. Then I can search their bodies, maybe we'll find some treasures on this fool. While the three demon brothers were sneering, the Fire God Thunder Talisman had already reached you and Bai Ling. A shocking scene appeared. The hand shrouded in faint black mist actually grabbed the Fire God Thunder Talisman with bare hands. This scene shocked the three demon brothers so much that their hearts almost jumped out of their throats. A deep voice, as if coming from the depths of the 9 hells, echoed. These are just petty tricks. While speaking, you held the huge Fire God Thunder Talisman in your hand and took it to your mouth. You opened your mouth and it seemed to transform into a massive black hole within a blink of an eye. The entire Fire God Thunder Talisman was sucked into your stomach. Glug. Seeing this scene, the three demon brothers and Bai Ling all swallowed. Shocked, was it this terrifying? No one had ever heard of anyone being able to swallow a Fire God Thunder Talisman alive. It was enough to flatten a small mountain. A Fire God Thunder Talisman like that was eaten like that. Weren't you afraid your stomach would explode? Under everyone's gaze, you even patted your stomach in satisfaction, as if you were still unsatisfied. Is there any more? This immediately made the three demon brothers shake their heads. Their legs were trembling in fear. Not only did you swallow an Earth-grade Fire God Thunder Talisman alive, but you even wanted another one. They had never seen such a demand in their lives. Did you think Earth-grade talisman were like cabbages? Seeing this, the demon leader said with trepidation, Senior, we used half of our life savings to buy just one. Since that's the case, you should go die. While speaking, you extended a finger. Endless lightning surged from your fingertip. No, Senior, please spare us. Please forgive us. Under the shroud of lightning, the three demons only had time to cry out before they were reduced to 3 charred corpses on the ground. You then grabbed at the space, and a huge formless power forcefully pulled out 3 transparent souls from the 3 charred corpses. The 3 souls struggled continuously, but they were still captured in your hand and turned into 3 transparent small wolves. Bai Ling looked at you with gratitude, but before she could say anything, you had already transformed into a stream of light and disappeared before her eyes. Thank you, Senior, for saving my life. Your great kindness will never be forgotten. Bai Ling bowed in the direction you left. Even if she hadn't ingested the living demon powder, she would have certainly died with her full strength. She was only able to survive today due to the rescue of this unknown senior. Looking at the 3 demons who had become corpses, Bai Ling's eyes were filled with hatred. If I hadn't been busy with my wedding and neglected my cultivation and breakthrough, I wouldn't have been put in such a pathetic state by you 3 pieces of trash. I don't know if these 3 idiots sold my information. If the Fox clan finds out, it will be troublesome. She made a secret decision in her heart that she had to cultivate as soon as possible to increase her strength and have the strength to rival her sister before she found her. Otherwise, her husband would be in danger. Bai Ling was under great pressure, but just at this moment, the fluffy ears on top of Bai Ling's head twitched twice. She vaguely heard some voices from a distance. Could it be the Demon Exorcising Agency? Although South Sea was a backwater 18th tier city, there weren't many experts in the local Demon Exorcising Agency. But that didn't mean there were no strong individuals among the humans. Swoosh! Bai Ling transformed into a stream of light, soared into the sky, and disappeared into the horizon. On the other side, you had already returned to the Phoenix Hotel. Just as you were starting to check your rewards, you suddenly felt a fluctuation. It was your wife returning. You quickly got back into your bed, pretending to still be asleep after a few breaths. A white figure flew in through the window and cautiously returned to the room. She poked her head out cautiously, looking toward the window. Bai Ling breathed a sigh of relief. Thank goodness. I was quick and shook off the demon exorcising agency's mad dogs who were tracking me. She was heavily poisoned by the living demon powder from the 3 demons, and she was also injured in the fight, which greatly reduced Bai Ling's fighting power. If she were to be found by the demon exorcising agency, she might be able to rely on her strength and forcefully break out of Blue Sea City. But her husband would be in trouble with the way those mad dogs in the demon exorcising agency worked. It was similar to the old East and West factories, where they would rather kill the innocent than let anyone go. They would definitely see her husband as a human traitor who colluded with demons. Then she would be doomed. Fortunately, the demon exorcising agency didn't track her down. After calming down, Bai Ling returned to the bed. Seeing that you were still soundly asleep, she smiled and nestled into your arms, her face full of happiness. Once I've recovered from my injuries, I must hurry and break through to Earth grade. Otherwise, it will always be a problem. Bai Ling murmured with Earth grade strength. She could become a powerful figure in her own right if they encountered danger. She could take her husband and leave. Then she could perfectly control her demonic power and not worrying about it harming her husband's body anymore. Thinking this, Bai Ling was especially happy. She snuggled her head on your arm and gradually entered into her dreams. Today's battle had taken a lot out of her, and she was truly tired. She didn't know that her muttering was heard by you. You thought, what a silly girl. You really want to tell Bai Ling that her demonic energy couldn't possibly harm your powerful body. But after thinking for a moment, you ultimately didn't say it? And the two of you embraced each other without a word all night. Early the next morning, you woke up and stretched your whole body. Faced with a demon wife who is wounded, what will the host choose? Choice 1. Pretend you know nothing and ignore it. After all, she has half of a 9-tailed heavenly fox bloodline. Even without treatment, she can recover quickly. Reward ruthless title. Choice 2. After all, she is your wife. Go to the pharmacy and buy some medicine to bring back. Although the effect may be negligible, it will show your good intentions. Reward beginner alchemy. Choice 3. It is my duty to care for my wife. Personally go outside Blue Sea City and kill an Earth grade or higher demon and extract its blood essence and core to stew a soup for your wife to quickly recover from her injuries.